Respected all, I am Ms. Njela, standing on behalf of Group 3 Natural Science Method, Code Eminent 211, and will be talking on the topic of digestive system. Under the digestive system, we have three core concepts, which are healthy diet, the alimentary canal and digestion, and labeling the digestive system. As we eat large pieces of food that are too big to pass through the selectively permeable membranes, the digestive system is responsible for breaking down the food that we eat into small particles that can be absorbed into the bloodstream. They are then transported into the cells through our body. The digestive system is made up of the different parts of the alimentary canal, which are long twisting pipe-like structure about 9 meters in total that start at the mouth and ends at the anus.
As you can see, we have the components of the digestive system, which are thyroid gland, salivary gland, esophagus, stomach, pancreas, small intestines, rectum, liver, gallbladder, large intestine, appendix and anus. And then on the next slide, I'm going to tell you about the functions and description of each organ. Here we start with mouth. Mouth, that's where the digestion starts with chewing and saliva. And then we have esophagus. Esophagus is a long tube that connects mouth to the stomach. And then we have stomach. Stomach is a large organ after esophagus containing the liquid to chemically digest food and strong muscles to further break down food. And then we have the liver. Liver is a large organ that produces liquid called bile to break down fats. Then we have intestines, which are small intestines. Those are long organs where absorption of nutrients into bloodstream takes place. Then we have large intestine. Large intestine is we have large intestines. Large intestines are where the absorption of water from waste is absorbed and feces are created. Then we have the rectum. The rectum is the storage of feces. And then we have the anus. Anus, that's the exit of digestive system, or the exit point of digestive system that feeds.
In the digestive system, we have three main processes. There are four main processes that occur in the digestive system. We have ingestion, digestion, absorption, and digestion. Ingestion occurs when you take food into your body through your mouth by eating or drinking it. What does that mean? When you take food into your body by eating it,
we have two types of digestion, which is mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. Now we're going to talk about mechanical digestion, which requires energy. So once you take food and put it in your mouth, we call it indigestion. Then after you put food in your mouth, you're going to chew it, smash and grind the food into smaller pieces. After that, you're going to swallow it. When you swallow it, it's going to pass esophagus. And esophagus is a long tube that helps food to reach the stomach. Esophagus is going to help us with peristaltic waves, which contains contraction and relaxation of the muscles. This is a diagram that shows how the food that has been grind on the mouth goes to the esophagus. So when the food bolus, which is the round thing, when it passes the esophagus, the muscles contract. On the part where the bolus hasn't arrived is gonna be relaxation. we talk about chemical digestion, that's where enzymes break down food, break the structure of the food into smaller pieces that will be easily absorbed. So in the mouth, we have saliva. Saliva contains enzymes called salivary amylase, which breaks down the food or starch into smaller pieces. Once the food enters the stomach, it mixes with enzymes that breaks down the food even more. So on the stomach, we have hydrochloric acid, which contains enzymes that chemically changes the structure of the food particles into more observable structure, which will be absorbed in the bloodstream. So we also have the liver, which helps with a special fluid that is called bile. Bile breaks down fat in the food into smaller pieces or in a liquid form that is going to move from the stomach into the small intestine. All nutrients are going to be absorbed into the bloodstreams and used by the body cells to create energy. So after they are absorbed, there are going to be remaining products which are going to move to large intestine. When they arrive in the large intestine, there are going to be nutrients and water that will be absorbed. After they are absorbed, the waste product or the remaining product are going to be moved to the rectum, which they are going to be stored as feces for a short time. After that, it's going to be ingested to the anus.
A healthy diet. A healthy diet is essential for good health and nutrition. Then we have the nutrients and functions and the food that contains those nutrients. Firstly, we have carbohydrates. The functions of the carbohydrates, they serve as a source of energy, meaning that in order for us to have energy, we should consume carbohydrates. Then where are those carbohydrates obtained, or where do we get those carbohydrates? We get those carbohydrates by eating fruits, vegetables, pasta, rice, corn, and potatoes. Then secondly, our second nutrient, we have proteins. Then the functions of the proteins are mainly for growth and to repair cells, part of cell membrane. Then where do we get those proteins? We get those proteins by eating fish, eggs, milk, meat, nuts, and yogurt. Thirdly, we have fats and oils. Then the functions of fats and oils. Fats and oils are responsible for the absorption of vitamins stored as reserve energy sources, meaning that so as for us to have vitamins in our bodies, we should consume fats and oils. Then those fats and oils, we got them from the oil, nuts, butter, and margarine. Then we have vitamins. Then specifically, vitamin A is responsible for good eyesight, meaning that by consuming vitamin A, you will have a good vision. Then specifically, vitamin C is responsible for healthy immune system, meaning that it boosts our immune system, vitamin C. Then where do we get this vitamin C? We get the vitamin C by eating carrots, liver, butterfruit, tomatoes and vegetables, spinach, eggs, bread, and avocados. Then we have minerals, which is calcium and iron. Then calcium, it makes bones to be strong and deep. And then it helps for the production of red blood cells. Then where do we get those minerals? We get calcium from milk, cheese, and spinach. Then we get iron from red meat, fish, and chicken. Then we have fiber. Then fiber, it promotes movement of food through the body and prevents constipation. By constipation, we mean difficult defecation. Then where do we get this fiber? The fiber is derived from whole wheat bread, cereals, fruit and vegetables. Then lastly, we have water as our last nutrient of healthy diet. Then water, it transports nutrients and waste products, and it helps with digestion. Then we have health issues of the digestive system, which is we have its name and its description. Then the first health issues that we have are the ulcers. Then ulcers, which are described as breaks in the skin of the mouth, stomach or intestine caused by bacteria. Then secondly, we have anorexia nervosa. Then its description is an eating disorder where people fear gaining weight, so they starve themselves. Then thirdly, we have diarrhea. Then a diarrhea is when a person has an unusual number of bowel movements per day caused by drinking water that has bacteria in it. Then lastly, we have liver cirrhosis, then which is described as the disease where liver tissue is replaced with abnormal lumps caused by drinking too much alcohol.